Good afternoon, everyone. This is Providencia, and today I'm here with another full tutorial. Today I'm gonna make smashed red potatoes with chicken and mushroom. Very easy to make. I am gonna put all of this in one video, so if the video is like, let's say 20 to 30 minutes long, you already know, but I promise to show you everything from start to finish. You know that I do it all the time. So let's get started. What we have here is all the ingredients that you need to make the red potatoes. So let me show you everything that we got here. First, you're gonna need a bag of red potatoes. This could also work with regular potatoes. It doesn't have to be red, or any kind of potatoes if you want, but I'm using red potatoes today. And I have here, I don't know why the extra virgin olive oil is here, I'm sorry. So if you saw it in the beginning, it does not belong here, I'm sorry. I have here garlic powder. I got here parsley flakes. If you have real parsley flakes, I would suggest you use the real one, but since I don't have, if you have fresh parsley, I'm sorry, use the fresh parsley, but since I don't have, I'm gonna use parsley flakes. That will be to garnish it towards the very end. All right, and we need onion powder. Back to the garlic powder. If you want to use fresh garlic with this, you can. Just make sure you don't go too heavy on it, like don't use too much crushed garlic. Okay, so I'm just letting you know ahead of time. I do got fresh garlic, but the recipe calls for powder, so that's why I'm using the powder one. And I have here black pepper, I have here salt, I have here butter. Now you do need the stick butter, but I don't have stick butter. I have this butter, and you need about like 3 to 4 tablespoons. So I'm gonna just scoop it out myself, and I'm gonna do it my way like I always do. I know it's gonna work because I've been cooking for a while, and I already know that this recipe is gonna work with how I'm gonna do it. So, but if you do have the stick butter, use the stick butter, and just make sure that you need at least cut up like at least 3 to 4 tablespoons of butter. Okay, make sure it's nice and cold as well. And we have here 2 different cheeses. Now the cheeses requires it to be cheddar cheese, but since I am making chicken and mushrooms, I felt like it was better that I used it with mozzarella. But I'm gonna also make the cheese one for my kids, so we're just gonna put all of this together. So I guess that's it. Let's get started on this recipe. Okay, so to make this recipe, first you want to start off with the potatoes, because the potatoes are what's going to be, that's going to take the longest. So let's start off with the potatoes. It's going to take longer, so let's do that first, okay? I got a pot here. I'm filling it up with cold water. You must boil your potato in cold water first, but when it's cooking, it cooks together, it cooks, all at the same time. And you want to put it on high. I hope this is enough water. Now it says to boil for 20 to 25 minutes, but my stove is funny. So let's put a little salt to that, just to salt the potatoes. There we go. Okay. Sorry for that. And my kids just came out of school, and you know how that goes. You gotta give them snack. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. So I'm cleaning my potatoes right now. Some people don't clean their potatoes. I'm sorry. I gotta go through everything that I buy. I like to clean and rinse everything out. So yeah, I am gonna clean these potatoes one by one. I do have a recipe on my channel that I made some potatoes with some ribeye steaks. Oh my god. To this day, my boyfriend still talks about them potatoes. It was the best. ever in the world. So I am gonna link that below, for that way you could check out that video too. And it's beautiful. You know, it's good to make it just like for you and your honey, like in case like you want to make a nice romantic meal for him or for her. So check that video out. I promise you, same method that I use in all my videos from start to finish, you know. So check that video out. So I'm gonna let this boil for like 20 to 25 minutes. And then I'm gonna stick a fork. If I feel like it's cooked on the inside, if your fork goes in, it's done. I'll show you anyway. So we'll be back. Okay, so it's been like 15 minutes and the potatoes are boiling. And I also have here some nice chicken cutlets that I just cut up. I'm gonna probably... I'm thinking about smashing them just a little bit. I don't know. Let's see. Or I'll probably just leave it like that. I like my chicken cutlets very thin, but I'll probably leave it like this. Let's just leave it like this. I have 3 pieces because only me and my boyfriend is gonna eat this recipe, what I'm making right now. But I'm making my kids separate. I'm making them some rice, beans, and some chicken tenders for them, and I have that in the other side. I will show it to you, even though, you know, it's not part of the video, but I'm just gonna show you what I'm making my kids as well. I'm gonna fry theirs, and I'm gonna make my chicken and mushrooms separate. So I'm gonna wait another like 15 more minutes, and we're gonna put a fork on inside the potatoes and see if it's done. So my potatoes been boiling for like 35 minutes. I left it there a little longer considering that these potatoes are big. So let me check to see if it's done. And did you see that? If your fork is able to do that with no problem, it's done. Okay, so I'm gonna lower this down. Still gonna leave it boiling. I'm gonna lower this down because next we're going on this side and we are gonna do the butter mix. Okay, so I'm just eyeballing everything. I'm thinking that's 1, and I don't think I'm gonna really add a lot of salt to this considering that the butter has salt. Now if you have unsweetened butter, oh my god, unsweetened, I mean unsalted butter, then you know what, add salt. So I add like 3 tablespoons right there, 3 to 4. And like I said, it depends how much potatoes you have. I got 8 right now. So I'm gonna put this in the microwave real quick. In the meantime, while my butter is melting, I did some chicken tenders for my kids. They're nice and seasoned. And I took out 3 chicken cutlets for me and my boyfriend to make it with mushrooms. My kids are not big fans of mushrooms. I love it. He loves it. So that's how we're gonna make ours. You know, well, how I'm gonna make me and his. My kids are gonna eat white rice, beans, corn on the cob, chicken tenders, and I'm gonna make them some potatoes but with the cheddar. I'm gonna have mine with mozzarella. I'm gonna show you everything in this video anyway, but the main dish is gonna be on the smashed red potatoes and the chicken and mushrooms. So there you go. Be very careful when it comes out of the oven because it's the microwave because it's very hot. I'm gonna add some garlic powder. You can add as little or as much as you want because like I said, this is not garlic salt, this is garlic powder. It's just tasting like garlic, but it has no salt to it. Same thing with onion powder. I love onion powder. Like, that's like my favorite ingredient when it comes to spices. And I have here black pepper. If you want to add the white pepper, that's fine. I'm only going to add a little bit though. And I'm going to mix this with another spoon because I'm going to taste it. And like I said, if you have, if you want to add the crushed garlic, you can. The recipe did call for powder, garlic powder. And if you are, don't add too much, okay? Because sometimes garlic could overpower your food if you add too much. I mean, it doesn't bother me because I love garlic. So, let's just taste this. I just want to see how it tastes with the salt. I'll probably add just a little pinch of salt, but that's it. Because I think the butter is good enough. So I'm just going to add just a tad. I know some people don't like when I taste and I put the same spoon, but hey, like, this is my family here. My family knows I'm a clean woman, you know, so, but just, you know. Alright. Perfect, just like this. So I'm gonna get my pan and we'll be back. So as you can see on my cutting board, I placed some napkins and I am gonna take out the potatoes. I don't want to put it in the pan while it's still, you know, wet, you know. So I want to dry them out just a little bit, you know. And some of the skin is going to probably, you know, probably peel off. Just try to be as gentle as you can. I'm going to get another paper towel to pat dry them. We're going to put these to the side. Oops, I don't want them to break. Oh, I guess we're not gonna do that then. Let me get my pan. And I am using this right here. I wish I could tell you how many inches and all that other stuff, but I don't know. Just use something like this, or if you got a cookie sheet, better. I don't have. I threw away all of mine because they were getting, you know, a little rusty on me, so I threw it away. I gotta buy new ones. So, and with with any kind of, like, if you got butter spray, better, you know what I'm saying? But I don't have no pan butter spray. I got vegetable cooking spray, so this is what I'm gonna use. You don't want to add too much. It's just to make sure that the potatoes don't stick. Or if you got wax paper, even better. There you go. Alright. And I'm gonna place them here and we'll be back. Okay, so the potatoes are in there. Don't be surprised if it like moves around and be all slippery, but I'll put them how they belong. And you want to squash them with something like this. Not too much, just for it could open up just a little bit, alright? That's one. Nice and creamy. Okay, so this is how you want to have them. Alright, and I'm gonna just take a little knife. It's not supposed to do that, but the ones that didn't open up in the middle, just want to open it up a little bit in the middle for some of that butter and stuff could seep in there, you know. So first we're gonna add the butter. I must have like 20 spoons here that I just used right now. Okay, so here's the butter with the mix, and we're gonna add a spoon of that. Don't worry about how it looks, because it's all gonna melt, okay? Don't you leave none of that little butter in there. You better use everything. Mix it a little bit with your spoon. Now I'm gonna put this in the oven for like maybe 10-15 minutes, just for it could just crisp up just a little bit in the edges and in the side. And then I'm gonna show you how to add the cheese. I'm gonna do at least 2 with mozzarella, and the rest I'm gonna do with 2. I'm gonna do with mozzarella, and the rest I'm gonna do with cheddar, because that's for my kids. But since I'm making chicken and mushroom, I think that the potatoes will be better with mozzarella cheese, in my opinion. But you do it whichever way you want to do it, okay? So I'm gonna let this crisp up a little bit, leave it in the oven at 350 for at least like 15 minutes. Keep an eye on it. Everybody's oven is different, and I will show you what to do next. In the meantime, let's get started on the chicken and mushroom. So while the potatoes are getting a little crispy, I am here to show you everything to make the chicken and mushroom, and I'm gonna show you everything now, of course. So we have here extra virgin olive oil, we have here salt, we have here red wine, this is cooking wine, and I have here chicken broth, and I have here basil leaves, I have here parsley flakes. Now, like I mentioned earlier, if you have, you know, fresh parsley, better, you know, but I don't have, so, you know, I always substitute with something else. So I have here parsley flakes, but if you have fresh parsley, I think it'll work best. It'll look more prettier and more presentable on your plate. I have here black pepper. I have here some sliced mushrooms. I have here butter, but like I mentioned earlier, I do not, you need stick butter, all right? Like the stick ones, and you need about like 3 to 4 tablespoons, maybe 3, all right? But since I don't have, I'm just gonna spoon it out like that. And I'm gonna try to be a little easy with the salt, considering that this is not unsalted. You know, this has salt in it, so I'm gonna have to be very careful with how much salt I add to this recipe. I have a plate here which that has flour. I have here some chopped onions. I have here some garlic, minced garlic, and of course, as I showed you earlier, I have here beautiful chicken cutlets. I have 3 plumpy ones. So I'm gonna put this right back on the other side, and I got my pan here. I'm gonna preheat it, and we're gonna start this dish right now. Okay, so for now I have my pan low for now, okay? But when we're about to do the chicken, we must put it on medium high. I'm just, you know, letting it get a little, you know, hot. But let me get a fork. Or if you got one of those little whisk, those little ones that, you know, you could whisk, you could definitely use it for this part. But first, get a spoon. You want to reserve at least a tablespoon of flour, okay? And that is gonna help to thicken up when we make the sauce, okay? I'll put a little bit more because that wasn't a tablespoon. So I'm gonna put this aside because that's for later. And to this, we're gonna season this up. So we're gonna add some basil leaves. Now, I'm sorry I can't give you measurements. You know I always eyeball everything, so just try to pay attention. Okay, I'm so sorry I had turned off the camera by mistake. So I was saying that I don't have measurements to none of this, so please just pay attention to what I'm doing, okay? I'm gonna add basil leaves. Be careful when you're adding basil leaves because basil leaves is like a strong spice, so you don't want to add too much. Just gonna add a little bit. That's good enough. And we're gonna add parsley flakes. I like parsley flakes. If you have the fresh one, that'll be great. But I don't have none, so I hate to buy like parsley flakes and stuff like that unless I know I'm really gonna use it that day. And like today I didn't have no intentions on making a food tutorial. I just decided at the last moment. But yeah, black pepper. Be careful with the pepper too, alright? But if you like your food a little spicy, by all means. I like mine a little spicy. And salt. Okay. And we're gonna mix this all up. I'm gonna put these spices on my table for now. And then what we want to do is I'm going to put the butter aside as well. Okay. Let's go over here real quickly, okay? While I'm going to flour these, I'm going to put the extra virgin olive oil. And I'm going to add about a tablespoon or two. That's good. Put that aside and get a new spoon, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. I'm not going to put it high yet until I coat my chicken with flour. Just going to let that slowly melt and simmer. Put this right here. Now back on my chicken. Where is my chicken? Oh, right on the table. Okay, back to the chicken. Oops, let me put it there. Okay. Alright. You want to coat it, of course. Oh, let me put it. Well, you know how to coat the chicken, right? Let me just reverse, right? And you want to add the chicken.
What is that?
Alright. My kids are already asking for food. Oh my God. I'm cooking early today. Make sure you take out all the excess flour. Now, even though I got one hand with the chicken and I'm trying to adjust it, I'm going to put it now on medium high. Look at all that gooiness. Love it. That's one. Let's do the other one. And this is the other one. I know I'm crazy using my hands, right? Alright, so we're gonna let this cook. With chicken cutlets, you don't want to keep flipping it back and forth, back and forth. Let it cook for at least 4 minutes on each side. Don't move it around. Let it do its thing. Just leave it alone. I'm going to coat my other chicken, and then I'm going to show you how it looks like when I flip it the other side. Okay, so I flipped it the other side, and as you can see, the beautiful color. That is what you're looking for. A nice, beautiful, golden brownish, beautiful color. That's what you're looking for. So I'm going to let it do the same thing on the other side. Let it cook for 4 minutes. I'm going to do the other one, and then I'll show you what to do with it next. Okay, so it's been in the oven for like 15-20 minutes. Alright, and all the butter infused in there. I was going to add the cheese now, but since I'm still doing the chicken cutlets, I'm going to put this on the table, and I'm going to put this when the chicken cutlets is almost done. I'm going to put the cheese and then put it in the oven for it could be nice and cheesy and soft. You don't want to add the cheese now, and then the cheese tends to get like, you know, it doesn't have that same texture as soon as it comes out like of the oven. So I'm going to put this aside, finish up my chicken cutlets, and I'll tell you what to do next. Okay, so everything is almost done. Oh, thank God. And all my kids' food is almost done. The rice, the beans, the chicken, the corn, everything. And me and my baby's food is almost done here. And I got the chicken cutlets. And I have everything that's going to go into the pot now. I did clean my pot because I want to do like a fresh gravy. But if you want to leave like all the drippings from everything from the chicken, you can do that. But I didn't do that. I decided, let me just do a gravy just like that. Alright, so some people, like, you know, when they cook like meat or chicken or anything, you know, they just probably take, you know, empty out a little bit of the oil or the fat or whatever, and then they make a gravy out of that. But I didn't do that today. So let me go and put this on, and I'm gonna have it on low heat, and I'm gonna show you what to do next. Okay, so I got my pan here, and I'm sorry if you're hearing like a little loud here. It's that my chicken is frying in the back for the kids. Like I said, I'm making them fried chicken tenders. So yeah, so this is what we're going to do first. I should have sworn I heard something falling down in the bathroom. Probably the wood. Wow, you better leave it. Alright, so first you want to go and add a tablespoon of butter. That's too high. Hold on. I don't want to start this off high too quick. Okay? Then we're going to slowly add the onions. It depends how much onions you like. Put this on low, okay? Very low. Put this aside. And I'm opening up my mushrooms. And I like a lot of mushrooms. So I'm going to add a decent amount. Okay? Now my boyfriend likes mushrooms, but I don't think as much as me, you know? But I'm going to add it. And I'm going to add garlic. I'm gonna let this cook a little bit, leave it on low,
let it cook until the mushrooms are a little brownish. I will show you that next. So it's caramelizing beautifully. And like I said, I eyeball everything. And I'm just going to show you what I'm adding to this from this point on. Okay. Let's add a little bit of red wine. Cooking wine, of course. Just a little bit. Let it cook a little bit more. Okay. And now, which I should have done this, you know. Oh God, don't tell me. Oops. Okay, sorry. I have here chicken broth, and I'm gonna add like a cup and a half. Okay. You know what? Let's make it 2. Only because I like a lot of that sauce. Okay. I'm trying to balance myself here. I am cooking and making a video for you guys, and now I gotta take out the chicken for my kids. Yep, multitasking. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna take that out. Sorry, give me a minute. I will show you what to do with it next. That's very low, so don't worry about it. And this is the last of the chicken I gotta make for my kids. I know this is not part of the video, but hey, mommy duties. And that's the last of the chicken. Yep. Just to show you guys, well, it is very, very hot, but let's see. This is the chicken I'm making for my kids. If you're interested in making it one day, let me know. I'll give you the recipe. Alright, so back to here. Sorry. Remember that flour that we reserved earlier? Well, put that in there. We're gonna mix it. This is gonna help to thicken up a little bit while it's cooking. Because right now it's on very low, alright? It's on low, but we are gonna put it high to thicken up a little bit, okay? And it looks like whitish, like cloud, but it's because the flour is there. Don't worry about the little lumps. If you do see like 1 or 2, that's okay. Back to this. We're gonna put it high. Bam. Just to the side. And I'll probably add just a little bit more of the cooking wine. Just a little bit more. And from this point on, you want to put it a little high. There is a little bit more flour. I want to put that in there, because I really need that to thicken up, you know? And I put it on really, really high, okay? So I'm gonna make sure this comes to a boil so you can get more or less of the texture that you're looking for. Okay, so while we're waiting for that sauce to nicely thicken up, I got my cheeses. I like to put them in the freezer sometimes, like when I'm gonna use it. I don't like to leave it in the kitchen, especially when I'm cooking a lot, because I don't want it to heat up and then stick together. So that's just one of my little tricks that I do. And I got the mozzarella one. I'm gonna do 2 mozzarella. And the rest I'm gonna do with cheese for my kids. And here we go. And I ain't gonna be cheap with it either. So let's get it poppin'. Put it all up in there. I'm not scared at all of cheese. Alright, that's Kraft. And I just thought that maybe the mozzarella would taste better with the chicken and mushroom, you know? Do it whichever way you want though. It don't make a bit of difference. Look at that. That is a beautiful picture right there. And then when it comes out, we're gonna add the parsley flakes, okay? Like I said, sorry this video is a little long, but come on. I do my videos in a way for everyone to understand. I do my videos in a way that is from start to finish, so you can know how I started, what order I did it in, for you could do this in your own home, you know? So I really hope those that love my long videos, I'm really thankful that y'all like it, because I'm a very detailed person and I want people to know all the details, how I'm doing it. I cannot do no 5-minute cooking video. Impossible for me. I like to show you details. So for those that stuck around with me and commented and watched my videos even though they were long, thank you so much. Really appreciate it so much. And this is the last papa potato. Oh, look at that. Come on. Tell me you want to eat this freaking pan right now. So I got my oven high. I got it on 400. I want this to cook real quickly, melt real quickly, sort of say. The sauce is thickening up. I'm going to show you that next. Let me put this in the oven. Right? Also, what you want to do also at this point is taste it. See if it needs any salt. And we're going to do that right now, okay? Oh my God, does it taste so freaking good. I'm going to add just a little pinch. Man, I don't even know if I should because it just already tastes so good. Oh man, wait a minute. Should I? I'll probably add a little bit of pepper, that's it. Because it tastes good already. It really does. You gotta taste this. You know, I'm Puerto Rican, but I like to taste a variety of different foods, different flavors. That's just, I've been like that forever. Like I'll try something once, and if I don't like it, then I won't try it again. But I love it. It tastes so good. I got this recipe off of Rachel Ray magazine, by the way. Just in case anybody asks me. I got a whole bunch of magazines that I've had for like a while, you know, that I don't like to throw them away, or if I do decide to throw them away, I go through it real quickly, clip which ones I think I could do or maybe want to do one day, put it into like the scrapbook, which one day I am going to do a video on, and that's how I do it, you know. And that's where I got this recipe at. And the potatoes, by the way. But it wasn't like a dish completely, alright? It was just two separate, you know, articles, two separate clippings. And I just decided, let me combine them together. So that's why I decided to do this. I was looking for something with mushrooms because I didn't want my mushrooms to go to waste. And I found this recipe in case anybody's interested. Okay, so I'm gonna let this thicken up. Okay, and it is thickening up lovely. I'm gonna check my potatoes. Be right back. Okay, so I took it out and I am about to put some nice parsley flakes. Just a little bit, just to make it look nice. And I will be plating this and then showing it to you guys. First I gotta show you the sauce of the gravy from the chicken. So as you can see, it thickened up and it reduced. If you want it a little bit more thicker than this, you could just leave it here for a little, like a few more minutes. But I want it just like this, you know, so I can have a nice little sauce for my potato as well. So I'm gonna shut this off. Look, nice and thick. Shut this off. And this is not the plating, by the way. I just want you to see what I do with it next. And I'm gonna add some of this nice sauce on top of this. And if you do have parsley, add that sucker, fresh parsley. You know what? I'm not gonna add no parsley to this at all, okay? And I'm gonna leave, because remember I made 3 chicken. I'm gonna reserve some of that sauce for the other chicken cutlets, okay? I'm gonna take a quick picture of this and then I'm gonna show you how it looks like with the potatoes and with a salad and everything, okay? But for now, I want you to take a look at it. And here is a closer look of the potatoes. Nice and yummy. I added the cheddar cheese, the shredded cheddar cheese, to the potatoes, which is over there on the other side. But if you have Velveeta cheese, that nice melty kind of cheese, yes, add that better. But whatever you have in your house, hey, do your thing. It's your kitchen. So I am gonna plate this baby up right now, and it'll be the last segment. I'm sorry I keep showing you these clippings, and we'll be back. And here is the finishing product. Chicken and gravy. Chicken and mushroom gravy. I said that wrong. And it has some nice ooey sauce. Oh yeah. To go with that nice potato. And a nice salad. I haven't added the salad dressing yet. I like to add it when I'm about to eat it. And I gotta serve my kids first. Oh, the torture. Yeah, so this is the dish. Yep. So I hope you decide to make this recipe. Sorry I didn't show you how to make salad, but come on. Who doesn't know how to hook up some salad? Just, you know, do it yourself. This is a salad that comes in a bag, so except for the onions and the cherry tomatoes I added on my own. No, grape tomatoes, I'm sorry. So this is it. I'm also going to include the video, the clipping of what I made my kids for today as well, in case you still want to look at more food videos and get more hungry. And yeah, so if you want to continue watching it, and I'll also show you the video of what I made my kids for today. Take care. God bless. I hope that you enjoyed this video from start to finish, and I hope you make this in your home. Make it for your baby. I know he or she will love it. So take care. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. Don't forget, you know, to view some of my other videos. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care. Have a great week. Bye. And this meal is for my kids. Just wanted to show it to you so you could see that I did something separate for them as well. Honestly, you may think I did a lot of cooking, but honestly I really didn't. I was probably in this kitchen like maybe an hour and a half the most, because rice is done in 20 minutes. This is pork and beans. You know, it comes in a can already made. I add a little bit of sugar to just, you know, to make it a little bit more sweeter. So all you gotta do is warm that up. Corn, and I made the chicken, the fried chicken tenders for them as well. That's quick. And the potatoes I did at the same time that I did my meal. So
real quick for the kids. I didn't make them the chicken with the mushroom because they don't like things like that. You know, they're kids. So this is their dinner for today. So I guess that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that I got your stomach growling right now. Take care. God bless. Bye.